Let's tie this thing all together. We've been modeling for a while. We've been making all these views, but no one in the world is going to see them except for us. That's because we have to drag these onto a sheet. What I want to do is go through how we create sheets and how we display them. So in Revit, everything is in the project, including the sheets we make. So I want to go down to Sheets All in the project browser. I'm going to right-click on Sheets All, and I'm going to go New Sheet. A1 metric works for me. I'm going to click OK. Now what I want to do is I want to scroll up in my project browser, and for HVAC floor plans, I want to select level 1, and I want to drag it onto my sheet. Now I got a feeling it's going to be a little too big, but that's okay. I'm going to put a spot here. This other end we haven't been using. So once this is on a sheet, what we can do is we can right-click it and we can activate the view. Now the thing is, we don't have any kind of border around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to my View Control toolbar, and I'm going to click on Crop View. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to select Show Crop Region. I'm going to zoom out. Now I'm going to select this region. I've got a little grip. I'm going to drag it all the way over to here. I'm going to drag this grip all the way up. I'm going to drag this grip in, and if I go past my column bubbles, it'll actually kind of slide them in with it. I'm going to grab this grip, and I'm going to drag it all the way down to about here. That'll definitely fit. Now what I'm going to do is, this won't plot if we tell it not to, but I like to turn it off anyway. I'm still going to crop the region, but I want to click on this button here, which is called Hide Crop Region. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to deactivate the view. Now here's where it's a little bit tedious. Obviously, I need to drag this onto my sheet a little better. So I'm going to select my plan view. I'm going to drag it down to where I want it, and don't worry about the view title right now. I'm going to pick a spot right about here. I'm going to click off of it. Now I'm going to select my level 1 view title separately. I'm going to pick it, and I'm going to drag it up, and I'm going to put it about where I want it. But the problem is I don't have any grips to pull this in. What I need to do now is select my viewport, and yes, they call it a viewport. Now I can grab my grip. Now I can drag it in. There it is. One of the worst things about Revit sheets is the fact that we cannot duplicate a sheet, which means that if I want to have my level 2 on a sheet, I have no idea where this is located. Autodesk came up with a lame little idea, which is called a sheet grid, but I fully expect this to get better. What I want to do is I want to go to the View tab, and under Sheet Composition, I want to click on Guide Grid. For the name, I'll just call it Full Size. Now I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to select this guide grid, and we have little grips. I'm going to select this grip and drag it down, but we can't even snap it to anything. If you try to type AL to align it, that's not going to ever happen. I can align this, but that doesn't help me. I'm going to grab this grip, I'm going to drag it in. I'm going to drag this grip up, and I'm going to drag this in a little bit more. There we go. Now what's going to happen is we can make another sheet. But before we do that, I want to scroll in here, and we're going to fill out some title information. Owner, I'm going to select it. It'll be lynda.com, all caps, lynda.com, hyphen, LinkedIn. Project name will be Revit MEP. Now, the name of the sheet will be First Floor Plan. I'm going to click off of here. Project number, we'll call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Date we won't worry about, drawn by Eric Wing. And the checker is my producer, Abby. Instead of A101, I want this to be M-101. And the scale, it'll be 1 to 100. I'm going to click off of here. I'm going to hit escape a few times. And here's our sheet. Now what I want to do is I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to find Sheets All, and I'm going to drill into that. I'm going to drill into M101 first floor plan, and notice that we have our level 1 floor plan. This is the same thing as this level 1 floor plan. So a lot of times we can open it up either way. So if I double click on floor plan level 1 here, we have it open. I can close out of here, and here's our sheet. I'm going to make a new sheet though. I'm going to right click on Sheets All. I'm going to go New Sheet. I'll click A1 metric, that's fine. I'm going to click OK. Notice that our title block information is filled out except for the sheet name. Now I'm going to grab level 1, callout 1. I'm going to drag this onto our sheet. I'm going to put a spot here. That's kind of a nice callout, but I'm not very happy with the name of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and select this view. Now, we have all of the properties that we would generally have if this view is open. So I'm going to scroll down here a bit, but what we can do is this. We can keep this cruddy name, which is not a good name, but if we scroll down a little bit more, we can have an alternate title on sheet. So I'm going to call this Enlarged Zone A. I'm going to click Apply. Hit Escape. Enlarged Zone A is on the sheet. It's 1 to 50. Now I can just call this Zone A. Click off of it. And there's my sheet. Revit really does a great job when it comes to sheets.